first, well, hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Long weekend, Labor Day and all that. West Indian Day Parade, you know what I'm saying? Sit down. Still got the flag waving, you heard? I breezed through Brooklyn yesterday. I didn't go too deep, you know, like for the festivities and shit. Really just went to see what the, you know, what the chicks were doing, like what the guys looking like down there. And that was it. They had like the subway all like jacked up. I really ain't what I'm out here trying to get to that hour or whatever shit too late. Especially if the shit ain't running properly. Because surely enough, like, you know, something pop off, police gonna have shit super congested and blocked off. And surely I was right, because every year something go down, you know what I mean? And it kind of leads us to our first story, right? Violence erupts on Eastern Parkway after the West Indian raid on Carnival. So, during the 2025 West Indian Day Parade on Labor Day, Brooklyn, violence broke out in the hours following like the main procession. And as the crowds were dispersing and everybody was over there at the party or whatever they were doing, right? At least 6 people were shot and 1 person was slashed in like 4 separate incidents that occurred across Crown Heights, you know what I mean? And they saying that it went down between like 5:30 and 9:30. Here I am or whatever, leaving around like 3:30. I get the hell up out of whatever, and my way back. And it's crazy, like the violence happened despite significant police presence out there. Like the boys was outside. You know what I mean? There was barely no cops downtown Brooklyn or whatever and shit where I first went to handle some shit. You know? First incident happened around 5:35 p.m. on Eastern Parkway near Utica Avenue. Utica. So gunfire erupted during the raid route. And the victim was a dude in his 20s who got like shot in the leg, and another woman in her 40s got grazed in the ass. Now, that's crazy, because you usually go out there or whatever, and, you know, one of the purposes you get to see all that. Now it's like, damn, bro, what you not even say about it? But the good news is, I mean, at least if there's any good news about it, they were both taken to King County Hospital and listed the state of condition. I say shit right after that. So 5:35, 25 minutes from. So 37 minutes later, right, on Eastern Parkway in No Street, which is really not that far at all. It's very good. So, dude ended up getting slashed over there. You know what I mean? What they just started cutting is the victim, though, had refused medical treatment and was uncooperative with investigators. So I'm assuming he probably knows who did that. You understand what I'm saying? And pay attention to the news, see what happened. Shit. So let's 6:12, 6:12. So about 34 minutes later, on Eastern Parkway in Classic, two men, aged 36 and 21, were shot in the shoulder and taken to King County Hospital. Yeah. King County is busy like how St. Barnaby was busy when reporting on the 4 Bronx shootings last week. You know what I'm saying? They were in stable condition. Then after that, so let's see, 46, and 9 minutes later, on Nostrand Avenue in Sturbridge. Now we still on Nostrand. We just banged the corner. Like, you know what I'm saying? So an incident, basically it's a shooting that was near the parade route. You know what I mean? And 53-year-old man was critically injured with gunshot wound to the neck and leg, while a 40-year-old woman sustained a non-life-threatening ankle injury. They did arrest the person of interest, you know, take him into custody or whatever, who, you know, the connection is actually unclear. So they don't even know if this nigga is like the shooter, but they're saying that he might have been with the crowd, you know, just go there and troll. Later on in the evening, you know what I'm saying, like, a 14-year-old boy was shot in the left hand and back, and is expected, like, he's expected. And you know, this is like kind of coming at a time where, you know, I was reporting, you know, how Trump was saying he wanted to send the National Guard into New York City, and officials saying that crime is down or whatever, which I looked at the stats, it is, just, you know, highlight, you know, shit get highlighted, you know what I mean? Mayor Adams and Police Commissioner Tisch had announced, you know, that there will be increased security that calling it the largest police deployment of the year. As early as today, Tuesday morning, ain't no arrests been made in most of the incidents except for that one we talked about. Investigators are still, I guess, trying to determine if the shootings are connected. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. 82, what up, though? The word. I gotta get back to checking the comments and everything like that when I be doing but so my take on the West Indian Day Parade, just New York insider type shit. I always felt like the parade was just a hotbed to settle old disputes, because the city is so big. We could be from the same hood and we had an issue, not see each other for a while. You know what I mean? West Indian Day Parade just happened to be one of them places where you're bound to like bump into somebody you know, and maybe somebody you got beef with, maybe somebody you robbed, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of old people, whatever, gets squashed out. There'll be so many people kind of congregated in one area. Even if you start with the parade and you just go all the way down the route, you're gonna bump into somebody because everybody's following the procession. You know, so I think that's just what it is. Bro. Then on top of that, it just be little shit like monkeys down there trying to hustle, trying to scheme. Niggas literally going out there looking to catch a lick because they know people be coming out there with some money to spend and, you know, wearing their jewelry on. They want to make an impression and all that. So, you know, it's like any other big event, man. You know? But it just seems routine. It's just like going to Times Square to see the ball drop, and we always knew when the news came on after the ball drop, they were gonna find a body in that bitch, like in the Hudson or something. Every year we was just waiting, like, yo, how many bodies they gonna find it? That's why a lot of New Yorkers don't even go to see the ball drop. That used to be playing in the background on the TV while we, you know, finding up people. But let me know what y'all think, man. You know, they saying gun violence and all of that shit is down in the city or whatever, and you know they're saying that to combat, especially Trump saying that he wanted to send the National Guard to New York. 50 niggas just got shot in Chicago last weekend or whatever and shit. I'm not trying to put nothing on Chicago, but if you want to send somebody somewhere or whatever, send them over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we good. You know what I'm saying? 8 million people or whatever. We can afford a couple shooters. You can get shot every day, dude. But nah, man, get well to all the people who got injured, man. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up, y'all. That's all I'm saying. I can't really say stop the violence. The world's always share, man. Let me know what you think about that or whatever, man. Share, hit that like and subscribe button. In here, share the live stream a lot. DAALIGHT TV.